Okay, well today we get to put our radio hat back on.
Yeah, it feels good too.
So we've been retired from radio for over 3 years now.
Yeah, we have.
And in the course of 36 years on the air here in Florida, we've had many times when there was a hurricane, tropical storm, any other kind of weather thing that's associated with Florida.
Sure.
And quite frequently, the governor will issue a state of emergency. And so that's what's happened this morning. Governor Ron DeSantis, this is not political, by the way.
No.
Governor Ron DeSantis issued a declaration of emergency for 30 counties.
33 counties
33
in Florida.
counties.
Yeah, and it is August 26th, 2023, and he just did that this morning.
Now, this is because there's a weather system out there, still far enough away, but still, today's Saturday, and the weather reporting people, the meteorologists, are expecting it to possibly reach here by Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. And they haven't named it yet. I mean, the name it's going to be, if it turns into a tropical storm and a hurricane, is Idalia.
Idalia, okay.
Idalia.
Well, right now they're calling it Invest 93L. Invest 93L.
Wherever did they come up with that?
So invest
Yes.
means investigate. It means there's a likelihood of it needing to be paid attention to.
Yeah.
Put it in layman's terms. And invest is short for investigate. The L means a system in the Atlantic Ocean. Even though this is in the Gulf of Mexico, it's still part of the Atlantic system.
Yeah.
So L
Sure.
means Atlantic because A is for the Arabian Sea. Just so you know.
Never been there.
No, never been there. So what we thought we would do is the same thing we would have done if we were doing the radio show.
Yeah.
Is, we don't want to panic, but at the same time, we don't want to joke about it.
No.
So we're going to show you, if you're new to the area, what things you might want to consider doing. And first, we're going to show you the trees, okay? So here we go.
And the people are very observant in our area. They're preparing now probably because they know what it's like to wait till the last minute. So they do everything very quickly at the onset, which is very, very effective and very helpful to others.
Right. All right, so let's show you the trees first. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, take a look at this. You see all these trees that have fallen down. Robin, do me a favor. Get into the picture. I want them to see how big this is. You know?
Look out, snakes.
Watch out for snakes. But you see how big this is?
Hello.
These trees are huge. All right, very good. Now, I just pretended they fell. The truth is they were cut down. And cutting them down is part of the preparation for the storms here in Florida. You really have to cull the trees in order for them to not hit your house.
Yeah.
These particular trees would have hit somebody's house. We just happen to have known this happened in our neighborhood. So here's one right there. Look at the size of that. If that hit your house, I guarantee you it would break the roof.
Yeah.
Break everything.
And some behind us too.
So all of these trees are no longer a danger falling onto the house.
But the thing about this area is that it was taken care of by the people that own the area, own the land. They're private residents, and they paid for it to get all of these dangerous trees down. The county we live in and the cities that are included in the county, those workers really have been on the roads too the past couple of months. Pruning trees.
Pruning trees. Okay. So we showed you the trees, and that's an important thing to do. Now, this particular storm, 93L, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, let's hope it's nothing, but it could be something.
It could.
If you have the ability to trim the branches near your house, do it. If you have a professional that you can call on right now, I would get it. If you look out your window, if you see a limb that could be a big problem, I would take care of it as soon as possible.
And if you have some issues with getting the job done or something, call the county you live in, call the city that you live in, and they will direct you as to who to call to help you out.
All right, now we're going to get in the car and we're going to...
Butterfly right behind us.
Butterfly.
2 of them.
Butterflies are free to fly.
I know, this is great.
Fly away. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get in the car. We're going to show you some other things to prepare for. Okay. All right. I know this seems like common sense, right? But trust me, a lot of people forget. Don't wait. Come to the gas station, fill up the tank. Fill it up. If you have those little portable tanks, those little carry things, fill some of them up too. Trust me, you'll be glad. Especially if you have a generator that you might be using. I can't remember what year it was. It might have been 2004, so it's a very long time ago. But we had such a bad storm in this area that I think I was out of electricity for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How long were you out?
I was lucky. I was not, but my mom and Al were out for 2.5 weeks, and they stayed with us.
Yeah.
So sure.
So yeah, get the gas. Put the gas in the extra tanks if you have them. And get some water. We're going to show you that in a second. Don't worry, we're going to go through the whole list.
Yeah, because the closer it is to the storm making landfall, the longer the lines will be at the gas station. Now we got our gas, we're all set, and now we're going to get some water. This pallet was filled this morning, so there are 2 40 containers full of water just, waiting. So this pallet was full this morning. It's got 2 left to go, and that's a good idea too.
It goes quick.
Your water. It does go real quick.
All right. All right, check this out. This is the first couple of hours after the governor declared the state of emergency.
Yeah.
And you can see that couple right there just filled up on water. Look at the water goes quick.
It does. Look at that. This whole pallet's almost empty. That pallet, the one behind us, was empty. Goes
And
so fast.
in addition to getting this kind of water, drinking water, make sure you fill up something, a bucket, a bathtub, whatever, so you have some washing water, toilet flushing water.
Oh yeah, you need that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So there's a lot here right now, but it's only been about 2 hours since the governor declared a state of emergency.
And if you're in a CPAP machine, you need distilled water. So I believe you
Distilled
need
water.
Distilled water, so that goes quickly too.
Very good.
And another way to prepare for the storm is to get non-perishable food items like tuna, chicken meat, a lot of vegetables, everything that you can see here, because you might not have electricity and you might just have to eat everything out of the can.
And if you go someplace, don't forget the can opener.
That's right, exactly. Number 1 on the list.
You gotta get some ice.
Yeah, you do.
You know why? Because you're gonna have a cooler and you're gonna want something cold, so the ice is your best bet since your refrigerator might not be working.
That's right, exactly right. Have a drink. Well, this is another stop that needs to be made before the hurricane comes through or tropical storms. You gotta get cash out of the ATM. You gotta have $100 or $200 on hand in cash, because the power goes out, these machines go down, and it's better to get the small bills, 1s, 5s, and 10s, because you might not be able to make change at a store if you need to go there and their power is out.
Right, and everybody thinks the credit card, debit card is always going to work. Not if the power goes out.
No, not
So there's your answer to that problem. Get some cash on hand.
exactly. Small bills.
Right. All right, now, as you can tell, we're standing in front of a Marriott hotel.
Oh yeah, it is nice.
Why are we here? Here's the reason. There's a big list of places you can go to if you're in a less than strong structure. If you're visiting Florida, you're in an RV, do not think you can ride out the storm in an RV.
No, because the emergency management team will come and evacuate you. Even if you live in a mobile home park, they will come and evacuate you.
If I were you, I would just drive out of the area.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you can't, or if you're living in a mobile home like I did for like a good portion of my life, every time there was a storm, I had to go to somebody's house. And but anyway, you could always stay in a nice hotel. We got a lot of nice hotels in Florida.
Oh yeah, but also too, the emergency management people will have a list of emergency shelters
Yep.
to go to, but you have to be careful. You have to look and see what designates the emergency shelter. If you have pets, there's a special shelter for people with pets. If you have disabilities, there's a special shelter for people with disabilities. If you are a sex offender, there is a special shelter for them because the jails might be evacuated, and there's a special shelter just for them. So make sure when you go through the list, you select the right one.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I don't think the jails will be evacuated.
Well, there was one time that the sex offenders had a special shelter just to go.
But they're not in jail.
Oh no, that's right. So they're living out on the, on homes and things and neighborhoods.
Just so you know, they're not letting people out of jail when a hurricane comes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But please pay
Sorry,
attention.
I had to edit it in the process.
Thank you. But please pay attention. You can always go to your emergency management in your own county. Go to your county sheriff's department. That's usually the ones that spearhead all the emergency management items that you need to have. And when you go to those shelters, if you have children with you, make sure that those children pack their own backpack as to books and toys and games they want to play. Make sure you bring blankets and pillows and water and anything and everything else you can think of to make your stay there more comfortable. You never know how long you're going to be in a shelter.
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
Yeah, these are all the things that we used to just rattle off when we did the radio show. And since we only do a video show now, we thought we would do it for you guys.
And if you go to floridadisaster.org, they also have a huge list of things that you need to bring with you to the emergency shelter. And it is a very, very helpful list. Something to be prepared for in these few days prior to the storm really coming up in whatever direction they're saying that the storm is going to be.
Yeah, download some videos too, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Just in case you can't get it on the internet, you can store a few videos on your phone.
Oh sure, or your iPad or anything like that. Sure.
All right, let's go see our next stop. I wanted to remember to mention propane gas. It doesn't have to be these big ones. You can get those little ones, for, like if you have a Coleman stove. And check this out, the water bottles.
Oh yeah.
So that's the returned ones, I know, but yeah, if you have a stove that uses propane, get yourself supplied.
Yeah, because sometimes you have those big gas grills, and that'll be real helpful.
Okay.
And so will the Coleman stoves, like what we have. We've got the little propane bottles.
So I even just noticed on the window of Lowe's, they have a posting for the Florida Disaster Preparedness Sales Tax Holiday. And when is it?
August 26th today through September the 8th.
Okay.
Okay?
So take advantage of that too.
Yeah.
Okay, I know we mentioned gasoline before, but get something nice and dependable, reliable. Something you can depend on.
Yeah.
So here is a very important thing. These are the generators. They're behind a fence. So let's see. So this one is $1,799. It's a Furman, a transfer switch kit. You might need that. I don't know enough about it to tell you, but somebody out there will know.
There's a larger generator.
What's this one? This one's a 3,000 watt battery powered. Wow.
And batteries are included. Isn't that a shocker?
Wow. And then down there,
6,000,
more generators.
550.
What's the prices on them?
Let's see, they're running anywhere from $899 to $1,299.
Okay, so yeah, if you can
or
afford it.
$1,699, depending on the type you want.
If you can afford it. There's a bigger one up there.
Wow.
That's 6,000. Look at the price on that one.
Oh my gosh.
$6,147.
Wow, that's a whole system too.
That's big, yeah.
Hook it up to your home.
That's big. Hey, you might need it if you have somebody in your house who needs oxygen.
And it's tax-free purchase too with these.
Yep, tax-free. There's a cool generator Robin just found.
And it's on sale too.
Let's see.
Yep. Was $649 on sale for $324.50. You got everything with it.
So if you're like me and you don't know anything about electricity,
Yeah.
before you get one of those things, speak to somebody who does know something about electricity,
Oh yeah, they have to
Like
show
my-
me how to do it.
like my brother. He can help you,
Yeah.
or your brother.
Yeah, sure.
All right, next stop. So now we're in the lumber section.
Which you guys love. You love cutting and nailing and doing all that pounding stuff.
And why are we here? Because this will protect your windows. You just have to get the right kind. Make sure, you don't have to spend a fortune. But guess what? You can buy it one time, and then you'll have it for seasons to come in the future. So my quick story about putting boards on windows. I worked at an assisted living facility, and a storm was coming, and the maintenance people had it all planned out, and it made it really easy. There were holes drilled into the building where they needed to be. There were holes in the wood where they needed to be. There were numbers on each piece of plywood.
Yes.
So that we knew exactly which window everything went to. Showing too much skin.
Oh, you look fine.
Anyway, we put them up in no time. Me and a couple of other guys put them up in no time. And Robin had an important thing she mentioned earlier about children who might have grandparents in assisted living.
Or children that have their parents in assisted living. Those children and grandchildren might live out of state. Their grandparents and parents are down here in Florida, and it makes them really nervous about the storm is coming. Where are they going to be safe? So a lot of the assisted living facilities, it's all safe for them because they take every step possible to prepare. And if they can't do that and keep them at the facility, there is a needs shelter also that is open for assisted living. So
good point.
You don't have to worry.
Good point.
Well, you still worry, but
so get some wood for the windows.
Yeah.
Obviously, it goes without saying, if you have a radio, which you should have a radio, by the way, you're going to need batteries. If you have a flashlight, same thing, you're going to need batteries. And it's all part of the tax-free purchases. So take advantage of that, too.
By this cart, you can see 369. There are 9 of these left. Flashlights and batteries are included. So
how much?
That goes pretty quick. I don't know.
Don't know how much they are.
Price. No, they always just have a scan barcode there.
Whatever, get a couple of flashlights.
Yeah. You also have a lumens. It hooks up to your
phone. Wow.
To your phone, so you're able to
charge your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, that is cool.
Pretty cool.
That is cool.
Flashlight, batteries, and lumens.
Very cool. It's kind of early to talk about Halloween decorations on the lawn. But maybe it's not a Halloween decoration. Maybe it's a decoration of some other kind. Or maybe, as you said, a plant. And what would you do?
Oh, you have to take everything down, bring them inside. If you have patio furniture, you got to take everything down. If you've got a garage, store them all inside your place, because once those winds get really fast and quick, it's going to blow all that stuff around, and they're going to be flying objects, and they're going to turn into missiles. So not good. So stay safe. Bring everything in from outdoors.
Very good.
Okay.
A lot of good advice. My dog is no longer with us. She went over to the Rainbow Bridge. But if your dog is still around, or cat, and Robert's going to talk about horses in a second. But yeah, make sure you get what you need. If you don't have some of these things, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get some. There's even a flashlight dog biscuit.
Oh, nice.
Not sure what that is.
Oh, he can find his dog biscuit. Oh, I know. It's a flying disc.
Oh, it's just for fun.
So, yeah, you can see it.
But, get the stuff for your dog, your cat. And Robin, what do you have to say about the horses?
Okay, you make sure that we have a lot of horses around our area in Florida and Marion County. There are horse farms that volunteer their stalls in their areas to bring your horses to. If you don't have a safe place, make sure you check on all of that today. Again, go to the emergency management section in your county. They'll tell you all about that. Make sure you got enough feed for the horses, enough food for dogs and cats, because you don't know how long they're going to have to weather out the storm.
There you go.
Water. Bottles of water. Extra water for the animals.
Well, we want to talk to you a little bit about evacuation routes.
Oh, yeah. Very important.
So, here's the deal on this. If you can get out of the area, let's see. I remember being at the radio station one time and got a call, more than one call, from people saying, do you advise that we leave the area?
Yeah.
Because a very strong, threatening hurricane was heading our way. My advice was, if you can afford to leave the area, absolutely. Drive up to Georgia or wherever it would be safe. find a nice hotel, and then wait it out. It's not a bad idea.
No.
But sometimes there is a mandatory evacuation. So just so you know, if that does happen, it's up to you, especially if you live in the Keys or if you live on any of the barrier islands in Florida. A lot of times they have evacuation mandates.
Yeah, Tampa also. Tampa's a big one, big city to evacuate because it's right on the Gulf Coast.
So the only reason we're bringing it up, obviously if you need to evacuate, you know what to do. But in advance, find the routes, the roads that'll be best for you. The one behind us that you see, that's an interstate.
Interstate 75.
It's usually a good idea. However, everybody these days uses GPS. GPS usually tells people to take the interstate. So you might have less traffic if you were to take... Whoa, that's a loud one. If you were to take like a U.S. highway or a county road or, you know, some of the other less traffic roads that your GPS won't tell you to take. Anyway, just, prepare yourself for getting out of Dodge.
And if you do live on the coast, like in Crystal River or Tampa, they already have signs posted, evacuation route. But it's really good to know where they are in advance than on the time where you need to be evacuated.
And you know, with that said, it's also important to mention, have your car packed already.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, make sure you have sleeping bags in there, a cooler, not ice, obviously, but bring that out at the last minute.
Yeah.
Have batteries, flashlights, have everything in the car or truck, whatever you have.
Yeah, games for the children, something blankets, pillows.
That way, just in case at the last minute you need to hop in, you don't need to be scrambling around looking for things. Have an emergency bag ready.
That's right, and we did talk about the gasoline to fill up your tanks, but now that there are more and more electric cars on the road, make sure you keep that car of yours plugged in to an outlet, because once that power goes, you're not going to be able to restore your battery in your car.
And you'll be wishing you kept your gasoline-powered car.
That's right.
All right, next. Well, don't forget the dogs and cats. Robin's got everything you need to know.
Yeah, if you have to evacuate, do not leave your dogs and cats, birds, anything, any kind of animal at home. Make sure you have carriers for them to put them in your vehicle, take them to the shelter and with you. And if you do have veterinary offices in your area, call them. Find out where the emergency veterinary clinics are in case you have to take your animals there, in case there's an issue with them. And be sure you have a list of all of the animals' medications that they're on. Bring plenty of non-perishable food for them, and that way you can keep them safe. But be sure to know where the emergency veterinary clinics are going to be during the state of emergency.
Very good. Yeah. I love well, I don't have a doggy right now, but I loved my doggy. I love all doggies.
Me too.
Every time I go to somebody's house that has a dog, I say, give me a paw. Give me a paw. Here's a cookie.
Yeah, we love animals. Don't want anything to happen to them. Do not leave them at home. Bring them with you.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My dog hated to get into a cage, by the way.
Yeah, she was an octopus.
She did not want to get into a cage. So I'm not going to recommend a cage, because my dog in heaven is saying, don't even go there. All right, this is our last stop. So why are we at the emergency room? Not because I'm so winded I think I need help. But because if you live in the area, you know where the emergency rooms are. Or you'll just call 911 and somebody else will take you to it.
Yeah.
But if you're visiting from the area, you need to know where these places are. Even that bird is interested.
Yeah, and even if you do live here and you're not sure, you need to look it up and write it down on a piece of paper. Very important to know all of your medications, and since there might be a power outage and you won't be able to look on your phone, because a lot of our things are on our phone now, make sure you have the paper copies. Make sure all of your medications are written down on the paper copies, all of your insurance information. Contact people also on paper copies as well as in your phone, because your phone might run out of battery and you're stuck. You won't be able to have all this information at your fingertips. So anything important that you need to have, medicines, contact information, everything, have it all written down on a piece of paper. Your insurances especially, very, very important.
Yeah, all those documents. So things we didn't get to do on location. One thing is if you own a boat.
Oh, yeah.
You already know this one. Put it in the dry dock or bring it home.
That's right. And if you are one of the people that have your own personal airplane, not the big jets, because you guys will be flying out, they're usually there at some airport, whether it's a grass strip or regional airports. Make sure you know the procedures to keep your airplane safe. If you don't have a hangar, you need to get tie downs for your airplane. You need to get everything secure.
There you go. And I guess one more, if you live in a flood zone, do whatever you need to do to keep your home from being flooded. Get some sandbags, and Robin gave you some information. We'll put some information in the textual part of this video. So underneath, we'll put some... Would you stop? We're trying to make a video here.
And sandbag locations are usually almost to... sandbag locations are almost to like before landfall. Your emergency management will have all of that information. They'll decide it where the locations are. They always have free sandbags. There's usually a limit, 10 or 12 sandbags per person. Bring your own shovels and they'll give you the sandbags, and then you can fill them up yourself with the sand. They'll have it all ready for you. Just bring your own shovel.
So the last thing is, if you have a thought on something we left out of this, please put it in the comments section. And for everybody, just look at the comments. Maybe somebody thought of something important that we forgot. So this would be a good place for you to send people to our video, because it's such a well done piece of video.
And you as a person need to stay calm, because there was one hurricane one year when some of my relatives were visiting us, and all of a sudden the hurricane came. They had to evacuate South Florida. They came up here to North Central Florida, and about every 20 minutes our relatives were getting phone calls from their people that lived up in Wisconsin, up north, anywhere in Minnesota, saying, oh, we see this on the news, you're right in the middle of a hurricane. Well, you know, you have to keep calm to keep your loved ones calm.
And finally, this is my last final, I promise.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that this is the most important thing, but if this storm does nothing, just misses us, or is a wimpy storm or something, don't let the fact that you prepared for it make you complacent for the next one. You'll be doing yourself a disservice if you somehow think you don't need to prepare for the next one.
Oh, exactly. And I know in our area, hurricane parties are really, really a big thing. You have these
Let me get out of the way.
You have these huge gatherings of people that will, sit there and be with each other and have these hurricane parties. Not such a good idea. You have to have at least one or two people coherent, just like you have. Just like you have a designated driver when you go out partying.
Whatever.
You got to have designated coherent people in the middle of a hurricane.
Drink to me, drink to my health.
Yeah, but it's the truth.
All right, kids. Hopefully this is a useful video, if not entertaining, at least useful.
Oh, I hope so too.
And stay safe, everybody.
Stay
and
safe.
again, if you have some thoughts about things that we didn't include, put them in the comments underneath.
Yeah. And God bless everyone.
Tiny Tim.
The world spins fine on her own, yeah. The world spins fine on her own. The world spins fine on her own, yes. The world spins fine.